Makati, Makati, Makati. Throughout the years, it's either known as a place where you work because it's one of the main business districts of the country, or a place where you shop because of their big malls, and literally every brand you can think of is in there. But lately, it's been having a new reputation. A lot of cafes are opening up here and there, and they're exclusively starting here in Makati. And today, we're gonna try 3 of the most famous cafes here in the city. So let's go! Just a disclaimer, for this specific video, I'll be going to cafes that are exclusively available here in Makati. So there won't be brands with a lot of branches outside the city, but maybe that's for a different video. Let me know. Okay, we have to go. It's gonna be a long day. For the first one, we don't really have to walk that far because it's literally right there, so let's do it. I've had like coffee today, so that's why this video is kind of more for me, but also for you guys, but you know, for me.
Yeah.
Would you say yung nitro honey oat is the
100%.
Alright, sige, I'll get one. Okay, so right here at Homan Coffee Roasters, Korean brand, they say they're pretty famous out there, so I don't know. I haven't tried them before. We got their best seller, the Nitro Honey Oat Latte, and I'll let you guys know. By the way, we're gonna be rating these cafes in 3 main categories. First of all, it's the coffee, of course. I mean, I'm always gonna order the best seller because it's gonna be generally my first time in these cafes, so I want to know what's the best they can offer. Plus, in this video, I'm not going to be super meticulous on how the beans taste, how the notes are, so I won't be ordering just an espresso and Americano all throughout. I really want to try what's the best they have to offer a first-timer like me. Second thing is their ambience. So is the cafe well lit? Is it conducive for working? Or is it more of like a restaurant like this or whatever? So that's the second category. Third is value for money. I know we all want the best value for our money, the best bang for the buck, so that's a very important criteria for me as well. So again, coffee, how does it taste? The ambience, how does it feel to be inside? And third, the value for money. Is it worth it? Now I'm just waiting for my coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee's worth. It's a cute glass, I like it. Plus there's some sort of like nuts around the glass. So that's right. And interesting. It really tastes, the honey is good. I'm guessing these are like nuts you get to crunch on while you're drinking your coffee. That adds another texture as well, so that's pretty good. It's a good kind of sweet type of coffee. Chirp into that, it's pretty good. For me, it's a solid drink. But I kind of find it weird that they have ice. It's a nitro drink, so isn't the whole point of a nitro drink is it stays cold, so you don't have to put ice on it, so it won't water down while you're drinking it. I guess it works. Minor details. So for the rating of the drink, overall it's a really good cup of coffee. Like, it has a good sweetness to it. Plus I love the nuts addition. It's a nice touch. I feel like the taste of the coffee itself isn't just like that strong for me. Maybe I just prefer a stronger type of coffee taste, but oh, it's good. It's an 8 out of 10. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good cup of coffee. It's just a bit too sweet for me. It's not a coffee for your daily, it's more like a coffee for like a weekend or a Friday. It's pretty good. Okay, so that's done. Again, for the coffee, I rated it at an 8 out of 10 because it's not really your daily coffee vibe. I mean, the beans are good. They have their own roaster, so I would say they're pretty high quality beans, but I guess the blend just didn't do that for me as much. For the ambience, it's kind of more of a restaurant than a cafe. So if we're gonna rate this in terms of how good of a cafe it is, how conducive it is for working or like drinking your coffee, I would rate it pretty low. I mean, it's kind of like maybe a 5 out of 10. Basically, is a restaurant. Lastly, for value for money, it's kind of on the pricier side. I mean, the cup itself is $2.50 and it has a service charge on top of that, so yeah, pretty expensive. Plus, even the food is kind of on the pricier side. Like, the cheapest food they have is 550 pesos and goes all the way up to 850, so kind of on the pricier side. So for value for money, I mean, I didn't really try the food, so I can only judge the coffee. And for the value for money in coffee, I think it's around a 7 out of 10. They have a lot of coffee to drink, so let's go to the next. Cold na 4 Spanish latte. So what I got is the famous Quattro Spanish latte. So it has their own blend of milks. That's why it's Quattro. So it's 4 different types of milk. That's right. It tastes like a creamier than normal Spanish latte. So if you're a fan of those like, creamy coffee drinks, this is a must try. It's really good. I like it. It's really like a different type of like milky drink, but you can still taste the coffee, which is pretty good. In terms of rating, I'll rate this a 9. It's a solid cup. I like, but I feel like their milk is the star of the show. Not really the beans, but I mean, it's still good, but the milk's good. In terms of ambience, again, this is a cafe that feels more like a restaurant, but not too much of a restaurant. Kind of somewhere in the middle. I mean, there are lots of people who are working, so for me, that's a good sign. I feel like this is a place where if you really want to get work done, you'll get work done here because everyone's kind of in their own zone. In terms of the ambience, I would rate this a 9 because I feel like you can get work done and you can enjoy your coffee, which kind of, again, what I think a cafe should be. It's just that I'm not seeing outlets, so that might be an issue for you guys. So in terms of an ambience, it's a 9. Lastly, for value for money, the drink is 264 pesos plus service charge. Yeah, the drink itself is a 7 out of 10 in terms of value for money. But if you plan to stay here and like utilize the comfortable couch, the work area, it can bump up to an 8. Now in the next cafe, it's called Sando Coffee. It's an international brand as well, but their only branch here in the Philippines is in Makati. What I got is their famous iced latte. Their coffee selection here is kind of on the purest side of coffee, which is kind of my vibe. You get your typical lattes, your cold brew, your Americano, because they really just want to perfect the coffee making. Kind of very third wave coffee. Let's try it. Give it a good mix. It is really good coffee. Even though it's a latte, so it's more milk than espresso, it really still tastes the strong notes of the coffee. I also asked what beans are they using. It's a medium roast with like cherry notes, and honestly, you can taste that. Really good. It's well prepared. It's a very good cup of coffee. So I really like this. Like, I don't know what to say. I really like it. In terms of coffee, this might be my new favorite. Really enjoying it since we have to rate the coffee. It's probably like a 9.8 out of 10. I just don't want to give 10 because, you know, I feel like we all can improve. It's a really good cup of coffee. 9.8. For the ambience of the place, I would say this is pretty much what a cafe in my head is supposed to be like. It's a good place to chill. It's a good place if you need to get some work done, enjoy your coffee. They also have outlets, so that's a plus. Lastly, value for money. Unfortunately, this is a bit on the pricier side of things. This normal latte is 270 pesos, but even if it's like really good coffee, 270 is still 270. So it's a good value for your money, but it's still a lot of money. So in terms of that rating, I would rate it maybe an 8 out of 10. It's good though. So that's pretty much it for this video. I know I just covered 3 cafes, so if you want a part 2 or have some cafe recommendations, make sure to comment it down below. But that's it for now. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!